It's the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
This is how we do when we party. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
Hello, everyone. Coming straight to you on the 202. From working in the White House to performing on concert stages across the country, Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter Wayna is with us today.
Plus, out on the town for an evening of style. Ferman and I checked out some fancy cars, food and fashion, and an NFL star.
That's right. If it's happening in D.C., it's all happening right here on the 202. So let's get started. And welcome to the 202. I'm Ferman Patterson, here with my very stylish co-host, Michel Wright.
Hey, Ferman.
How you doing?
I'm great. And before we chat a little bit about what's up today in the 202, let's give a shout out to DJ Little Bacon Bear.
Little Bacon Bear.
Bacon Bear.
All right, so let's get started talking about an evening of style.
Yes.
Yes.
An
I got
evening-
to hang out with you.
I got to hang out with you.
Oh, see.
I got to see you dance, got to dance with you a little bit.
Don't tell anybody.
Oh, well, they all know now.
Well, so that the people out there know, this was called an evening of style, automotive rhythms.
With
Is that
automotive rhythms.
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic evening. There were a fashion designer,
Yes.
an NFL star, fancy cars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was everything. A gentleman by the name of Kamatni Rollins.
Kamatni Rollins.
He does this, I think this is about his 8th year.
Yeah.
And the automotive rhythms thing, it's usually the week or weekend right before we're getting ready to have the Washington Auto Show.
Right.
So it's really, really cool. But again, you got just the latest in automobiles, and you've got it was held in a gallery,
Right.
so you've got artwork on all the walls.
Yeah.
You got people there just, looking their best. So you got fashion, we got food, of course, and we even had bubbly.
Yes,
so
we
you got
did.
all the elements
We
for a perfect
did.
evening.
Now, for the people at home that don't know, it's called the Longview Gallery, and so on 9th Street, right across from the Washington Convention Center, where
Yes.
all of the big events are held.
Yes.
But we also talked to an NFL star.
Yes.
From the Philadelphia Eagles, Mr. McLeod, who was dressed very stylishly. He bought one of those hats, I think, that was on one of the vendor stands. Lots of style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The professional athletes are giving us a lot of trends.
Yes.
You see the conferences after games, and you see these guys, these athletes are coming in, hats and, jackets and just non-traditional things. They're the kind of individual that would go bold.
Yes.
Do
Yeah.
something really bold, like a red suit and paisley pants. Would you wear that?
I saw something like that at the
Yeah,
event.
yeah.
But you know what it makes me think of is Washington, D.C. is very stylish. Most
Yeah.
people outside of the city think about the city as, button-down government
Yes.
kind of city. But there are a lot of fashion designers here. There are a lot of creatives, fashion shows. I mean, you can look in the paper or online, and there's always a fashion show in D.C.
Absolutely. And people that work all day, do those 9 to 5s and those government jobs, they want to go out in the evening. They want somewhere to go to wear their other outfits and styles,
Right.
So.
But you were familiar with the designer from that evening. You had mentioned him before.
Yes.
Tell us about him.
Kenny Kaz. We all know Kenny, and years ago, I think he shared with you that I gave him the nickname, the Diddy of D.C., because he resembles P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, a little bit of the face.
Yes,
So,
he did.
But he's just one of those top shelf designers. He designs menswear and women's elegant things, just beautiful, 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 and things that you wouldn't ordinarily think that you would wear, like a checkered suit in a man, but it's really, really tapered to the body, so it just looks, you walk in a room and you just command the attention just like
Light
that.
it up, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And he looked pretty good that night. He
Yes.
had on a terrific looking suit, one of his own designs.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you saw an outfit that one of his models was wearing that you suggested I wear on the 202. I might not be able to get away
You're
with
not
that
supposed
one,
to tell everybody everything on the
Okay.
show. But, it's great because with 202 Creates, which is the theme here in the city,
Yes.
that promotes creatives, promotes
Yes.
the creative economy. It's fantastic that we get to see these things in an environment with a lot of people around, a lot of creative talent around.
Yeah.
But that's a fantastic evening, and I hope we get to do some of those again soon.
Yeah, I would
and
love
get the
to.
designer here in the studio for a fashion show. How about that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I would love it. Let's work on it.
Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna have a little introduction to our DJ. Britt Waters is over there on the turnstile with her. Britt,
Yes.
how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm here with Little Bacon Bear.
Hey.
Thanks for joining us on the 202.
Thank you.
Now, what, Little Bacon Bear? Did your parents name you that?
My parents called me that.
Oh, that's what's
But
up.
they didn't name me.
Where
that.
does that come from?
I had a high school, middle school friend, and she was like, "I want to call you Bacon Bear," and I call her Captain Chunk, and
That's so cute.
it stuck. I couldn't escape it if I wanted to.
Will you change it if, like, you ever decide to go vegan?
No, no, I really like
Little
all
Turkey
bacon.
Bacon Bear?
No, I like all bacon. All bacon is created equally, you know. I like bacon.
So, did you get into DJ through your family? I mean, you have like a legacy DJ thing.
Yeah, I have a dad and an older brother that both DJ, so it was around, you know. But then I took it on by myself.
So, who's like the DJ that you look up to, want to be?
Okay.
You don't have to say your dad.
I promise I won't. You're gonna hate me for this, but I don't really look up to anybody. I like to be like self-influenced, because if I feel like if I spend too much time enjoying someone else, then I'm spending less time enjoying what I could be.
I enjoy enjoying it with you and partying and turning up. So what is the one song that you know is gonna make the crowd go crazy? You can tell us.
Okay, my favorite song is "Back That Thing Up" by Juvenile.
Back that thing up.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm not mad at that, because if I hear that, I kind of want to, like, you know, party too.
That, and on the flip side, I really like "Got to Be Real" by Cheryl Lynn. That is my favorite song of all time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's so many great DJs in DC. What do you do to kind of make yourself unique and set yourself apart from that?
Well, first of all, I'm a girl, so that's always a little bit rare. I really run into dudes a lot, but I run into
Yes.
some females too, and I'm also from Kansas, so
Wow.
I mean, I just get in where I fit in.
Have you made DC your home?
DC has made me its home, you know, like they took me in, they loved me.
All right. Well, you're always welcome here on the 202.
Well, thank you. I
when
like the
you're in
202. I love it.
All right. Back to you, Ferman and Michel.
Thanks, Britt. I did not expect that song to be her favorite song. Interesting.
I love it, though.
All right.
Love it.
Coming up, a DC singer-songwriter Stevie Wonder calls incredible.
The Grammy-nominated artist called Wayna brings her signature sound to the 202. Don't you go away.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
And welcome back to the 202. Stevie Wonder says she's incredible. Essence Magazine says Wayna is the one to watch. And Billboard Magazine calls her a standout on the indie front.
And it all happened when she left her job as a writer in the Clinton White House to pursue her dream as a music artist. Born in Ethiopia and raised in D.C., she's a Grammy-nominated singer-songwriter, Wayna.
Hey
How you
guys.
doing?
You make me sound good.
You are good.
Wow.
You are good.
This is my old friend.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Michelle was around when at the very beginning of my career when I just got started. And it was such a treat to see all of these faces and voices who I'd become familiar with as a fan, you know, as an artist. So, yeah, it's great to see her again.
And it's great to see you as well. You got to tell us what you've been up to.
Yes.
Well, I've been touring. I actually released an album 2.5 years ago and promoted that album pretty heavily, working hard. And I started singing in Stevie Wonder's band about 1.5 years ago. So I've been touring with him on the Songs in the Key of Life tour. Some of the DC folks may have seen us.
Wait a minute. Let's back up. Let's back up. Let's not go too fast past Mr. Stevie Wonder. How did that happen? How did you end up with Stevie Wonder?
I had met Stevie at the start of my career. I was playing at a show in Temple Bar in California, and he just happened to be there. And he said some very encouraging words about me and said that my voice reminded him of Sarita's, and just wanted to stay in touch. So we kind of were friends, and you know, I would talk to him every now and then. And we lost touch a bit, and one day I went to go see the Songs in the Key of Life when it debuted at Verizon Center, and I called him to tell him how much I loved the show, and And he said, well, you know, we're going back out again in a few months if you want to join us. So I was like, yes, yes.
Well, let me check my schedule.
Right, right.
So awesome.
Yeah, it's been an amazing experience. He really is a beautiful, generous soul. Everything that you would imagine him to be is who he really is.
I love that. If you don't mind, I'd like to go back just a little bit because you left a job as a writer at the White House.
Yeah.
And I'd like to find out, you know, what gives people the courage to go ahead and take a step to do something so boldly. What happened?
Well, you know, honestly, I was raised by a single mother, an immigrant from Ethiopia, and I watched her work very, very hard in life, working 2 jobs, putting herself through school. And I saw her and I said, okay, this is not the way life is supposed to be. We are not supposed to be struggling to survive. We are supposed to thrive. And all of the sacrifices that she made, leaving a comfortable life in Ethiopia to allow me to live here in the States, was not so that I could get just a job. You know, it was so that I could become who I was meant to be, to live a powerful, meaningful life, to become great. And that was not working a regular job. And, you know, the tough part for me was that I was excited by working at the White House. I loved the people that I worked with. I loved the work we were doing, and being a part of that administration was meaningful, but it was not my personal best. And every other day or so, I would sneak out and go to the Kemp Mill when it was still there and watch a different performer doing an in-store or a signing and just be inspired. And I would do my cover gigs on Friday nights at Georgetown and was leading really a double life. Until finally I said, you know what, I have to give it a shot. And I felt like I had made my family proud. Even my mom gave me permission. She said, okay, I've bragged enough. Now you can do it for you. So I just, you know, my desire became greater than my fear. And it took a while. I was there for about 3 years before I really built up the courage to do it. And once I did, I really never looked back.
Wayna, that's awesome. Ferman,
Well,
that's beautiful.
That is. I want to know that first show post White House. What was that like?
Golly, what was that like? It's been a while. You know, it took me a little while to get out of because, you know, working in that environment is very kind of straight-laced and, you know, it's about being precise and as accurate as possible. And being an artist is the exact opposite thing. It's about losing yourself. It's about being vulnerable. It's about creating an experience in the moment that people can have and take with them. So it took me quite a few shows before I could get to that point of abandon, you know, and I feel like I just honestly got there about 2 years ago after I gave birth to my second daughter. When I started performing when I was pregnant, like really pregnant, I was like, you know what, I'm up here like 7 months pregnant, I just should just go for it.
Wow.
So that's really when, you know, people around me, my band and everybody started to notice something's different about you. You know, you just feel more comfortable. You feel like, you know, in your own skin. And I just started to go with that. And I said, you know, this is not, I want everyone who comes to leave different, to feel empowered and to feel brave.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
So we mentioned that you're originally from Ethiopia.
Right.
When did you come here?
I came when I was 3, a toddler.
3 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
so
right.
I'm very Americanized, but I still, you know, eat my injera and, you know, do all the requisite Ethiopian stuff.
Yeah. I read something a little while ago. I think you wrote about Washington, Wayna's Washington.
Yes.
And you mentioned different places
Right.
to eat, to see, to
Yes,
visit. What was
yes.
that all about?
So the Ethiopian Airlines has an in-flight magazine called Salamta, and they ask different people to kind of contribute their version of what they love about their city. So I talked about, in fact, I can mention it here, this dress, I got it from Nubian Human, which is a boutique that's based here in the Anacostia Arts Center. Michelle, you have to go there. You would absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they have men's stuff too.
We've
Ferman.
got to
Okay,
go
'cause I'm
together.
feeling left
Yeah,
out.
they are absolutely like the best collection of African-inspired jewelry, clothes, handbags, accessories. And some of my favorite restaurants in the city, Dukam is a staple, Addis Ababa restaurant. And, you know, just the places that inspire me, like Busboys. Every artist loves Busboys.
Yeah,
Every
of
creative
course.
thinker loves Busboys. So it was a wonderful way to pay back all those different environments in the city that have inspired me.
Fantastic.
You have time
Fantastic.
for one more?
One more.
One more? Now, I mean, you've worked with Stevie Wonder. That's like the greatest. And all artists want to have someone that they work with, you know, just create that memory. Is there one other person that you really want to work with that you haven't?
You know, I was just telling the hairstylist backstage, CeeLo. I would
CeeLo
love to
Green?
work with CeeLo. You don't know him, do you? Do you know him?
Yeah.
Is he in your Rolodex? Girl, hook me up. Your Rolodex. That's so old school. Yeah, please hook me up. He's my hero. As a vocalist, an MC, a writer. Yeah, he's amazing.
I could hear that. I could see that. I could see you both on stage.
I would love that.
All right, let me break up this girl
I'm so
talk.
serious about that.
When we come back, Wayna performs her special music on the 202.
So stay right where you are. The 202 will be right back after this.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.
It's the 202.
Welcome back to the 202. Singer-songwriter Wayna has toured around the world and across the nation, including sharing the stage with Stevie Wonder.
She's performed at music houses like the Lincoln Center, Kennedy Center, the White House, and Blues Alley. And today, she performs right here in Studio A on the 202. Ladies and gentlemen, Wayna.
What a way to make of where we stand now, of all that's been and all that might be. I'm learning that a bird in the hand is one you still can't hold too tightly. This life's gonna let you down, leave you lying on the ground. But I would never let you go, leave you there on your own. Whatever it takes, we'll keep up this fight, dreaming in color when the world looks black and white. Right now the truth is far from the hope, and we are a long way from home. But you're not alone. You're not alone. Holding these blank pages in our hands now. I guess no chapter lasts forever. I know it feels like we're starting over, but we can write this thing together. And this life's gonna let you down, leave you lying on the ground. But I would never let you go, leave you there on your own. Whatever it takes, we'll keep up this fight, dreaming in color when the world looks black and white. Right now the truth is far from the hope, and we are a long way from home. But you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone.
And we have had a ball today on the show thanks to our guest, Wayna, and my co-host, Michel Wright.
Thanks to Britt Waters of The Sound and to our DJ, Little Bacon Bear, and thanks to all of you. Ferman and I will see you again next time on the 202.
Forgive me now, 'cause I said that I'd be there for you, care for you. I let you down, I walked away, 'cause there were things I couldn't say.
This is how we do it when we party in the 202. Hey.
Home of that good live music.
Come on.
Live on set, live audience approves it. The best hosts that don't get no tighter.
Yeah.
Ferman and Michel can't get no righter. Taxation, no representation.
Nah.
But the 202 repping for the capital nation. So from 703 to the 301. Yeah, we all come to have some fun. It's the 202.
It's the 202. This the 202.
It's the 202.
This is how we do when we party in the 202.
Yeah, it's the 202.
Yeah. This the 202. This the 202.
It's the 202.
Yeah. This the 202. This the 202.
It's the 202.
This is how we do when we party in the 202.
It's the 202. It's the 202.